my name is Ross Hastings. I'm CEO of a couple of businesses, one called Nilo and one called the Anatomy and Marketing Training. Nilo was the business we founded first, and we essentially help companies reposition their market for growth. Because of that broad remit of what we do with organizations, very early on, we realized that everyone was talking different languages across those different bits of a business. So we had to establish a common language to have those conversations. And that was really the genesis of the Anatomy of Marketing, which became a universal language for a company-wide approach to marketing, where we do training organizations, both for individuals and for companies, to break down silos and to help their company collaborate across all departments to create a coherent brand experience. The name key person of influence actually was one of my biggest friction points and turned me off and made me think it was one of these snake oil salesmen kind of will solve all your problems. But I thought I was going to be hooked in and have these big bills, and it wasn't actually going to deliver anything. One of the early things that I remember Glenn addressed is that this is actually not about shining a spotlight on yourself. It's about giving you the spotlight that you can shine on others. And that really appealed to me. So I would say, if anybody is out there having the same reservations about a term key person of influence and thinking that that's kind of egotistical, I would reinforce early, from my perspective, think of it like that light analogy that Glenn and Daniel use. And definitely don't let the name make you think that this is a program that is kind of encouraging you to be kind of egotistical, rash, and all about themselves. If you look back, having gone through kind of the KPI, and you go, well, of course, we weren't going to do a good job of, hey, here we are, this is who we are, now let's jump on a call and I'll try and separate you from 150 grand. So that was definitely a challenge that we were facing before KPI, along with a lot of the things that I think many founders struggle with, like dependence on themselves. So you're tired, you're burnt out, so much of the business is dependent on you. And then just the business model thing of exchanging time for money. Those were the things that resonated with me. We've tripled the size of the business. We've developed product that was part of the product ecosystem for Nilo, but we've now spun that product into other business models, like the Anatomy Marketing Training. We're writing the book that's based on the Anatomy Marketing, which we just received a publishing offer and should be published middle of next year. We get regular trade press exposure from a profile perspective. And the interesting thing is 80 or 90% of that press exposure is about our IP, because that's much more interesting, the press, than talking about me or this other service or this product. We've got this valuable IP that has intrinsic value in its own right, as in give away the method and charge for implementation sort of concept. But I would say the really exciting thing and result of doing KPI for us is the unexpected result of us having this really generative IP that is spinning off other business models and other opportunities. If I was pushed to define fun, I'd probably say it would be doing cool things that mean something with cool people who care about the same thing. When you're in KPI, that's built in. You're in this melting pot of that. I think what's cool 4 years on is I'm still having fun because I'm still working on cool stuff and it means something. And a lot of those cool people are still people that were in and around KPI at the time.